we're now going to introduce chapter 3. In chapter 3, we learn about functions in mathematics, and we're going to specifically study linear functions. Now, introducing lesson 3.1, we have the following key questions. All of these terms you will see are, of course, mathematically speaking, because the words relation, function, domain, and range might have other meanings in other fields. So the questions, what is a relation? What is a function? What is the definition of domain and range? And what is and how to identify independent and dependent variables are all within the context of mathematical functions. In this lesson 3.1, then, we're going to review those concepts first. So this first video is going to be about that. Let's first talk a little bit about relation. The concept of relation can also be related, if you want, or connected to. So a relation can be a connection between elements. Although here, in this context, relation is going to be a connection between quantities or variables. Okay, so for our purposes, we are going to use, quantities. Okay, quantities. So the connection between variables and quantities. And there is one way in which we can interpret and understand relations. Please imagine that what you see here in front is a machine where here on top, you see this red arrow. This is where you are going to introduce or enter basically numbers, okay? So once a number enters in the machine, and anything that comes in the machine is called the input, the machine is going to carry out an operation. There are different mathematical operations, but right now we're just going to focus on the basic ones: addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. And usually you will see a notation just as what you see here, the way that you um, write it and label it, right? F parenthesis x, which is read as f of x, although you can use any letter. Instead of f of x, you can use h of x. And actually, you do not necessarily have to use the letter x as the input variable. You can use different ones, like, for example, g of t or m of h, if you like. Either one, that's fine. As long as you understand all of them are as mathematical operations happening within that machine that will produce something outside. And you can see here how whatever comes out in this conveyor, whatever comes out this function machine, is going to be called the output. So a relation is just a connection between variables and quantities, or a relation between an input and an output. We're going to stop here and move on with the next terms in another video.